Elon Musk. The name conjures up images of electric cars, rockets soaring into space, and maybe even a touch of mad scientist brilliance. He's the man behind Tesla, the company revolutionizing the automobile industry. He's the visionary behind SpaceX, reaching for the stars with audacious space exploration projects. And perhaps most significantly, he's the owner of X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, a global platform for conversation and connection. Musk is undeniably a titan of industry, a modern-day Midas whose touch seems to turn everything to gold. But what happens when that golden touch extends to the very fabric of our democracy? There's no denying Musk's entrepreneurial genius. He's a man who dreams big and chases those dreams with relentless determination. His companies have pushed technological boundaries and captured the public's imagination, but with great power comes great responsibility, and increasingly questions are being raised about whether Musk is using his considerable influence responsibly. Is he, as some argue, a threat to the very foundations of our democratic societies? It's a question worth considering. After all, democracy thrives on a delicate balance of power, transparency and accountability. When one individual amasses too much influence, particularly over something as vital as public discourse, it can upset that balance and potentially tip the scales towards tyranny. Musk, with his vast wealth, his control of a major communication platform, and his increasingly vocal political views, has become a lightning rod for these concerns. To understand why, we need to delve deeper into his actions and their potential impact on the democratic process. Imagine a bustling town square, a place where people from all walks of life gather to share ideas, debate issues, and engage in lively discussions. This is the role that social media platforms like X have come to play in our modern world. They are the new public forums, the digital commons where opinions are formed and information is disseminated. Now imagine that town square under the control of a single individual, someone with the power to decide who gets a voice, what topics are deemed acceptable, and which perspectives are amplified or silenced. This is the crux of the concern about Elon Musk's ownership of X. Since acquiring the platform, Musk has made significant changes to its content moderation policies, most notably reinstating the accounts of previously banned figures, including former US President Donald Trump. While Musk has defended these moves as a commitment to free speech, critics argue that they amount to platforming extremism and giving a megaphone to dangerous voices that could incite violence, spread misinformation, and undermine democratic norms. The concern is not just about individual accounts or specific tweets, it's about the overall environment that these decisions create. When a platform becomes known for amplifying extreme views, it can normalize those views and make them seem more acceptable to a wider audience. This can have a corrosive effect on public discourse, making it more difficult to have reasoned debates and find common ground. Furthermore, Musk's own personal use of the platform has drawn criticism. He has used his tweets to mock political opponents, spread misinformation, and even influence the stock market. This behavior raises serious questions about his judgment and his understanding of the responsibility that comes with controlling a platform with such far-reaching influence. In the world of finance, information is power. Access to timely and accurate information can mean the difference between making a fortune and losing everything. This is particularly true in the volatile world of cryptocurrency, where fortunes can be made and lost overnight. Elon Musk, with his massive online following and his penchant for cryptic pronouncements, has demonstrated a remarkable ability to move markets with a single tweet. Take, for instance, the case of Dogecoin, a cryptocurrency that started as an internet meme. Musk's repeated tweets praising Dogecoin, even jokingly referring to himself as the Doge Father, sent its value soaring, making millionaires out of some early investors while leaving others holding the bag when the hype inevitably faded. While Musk may argue that he's simply expressing his personal opinions, the reality is that his words carry enormous weight, especially among his devoted followers. This ability to influence markets with a tweet raises serious concerns about market manipulation. When someone with Musk's power and reach makes pronouncements that can impact the financial well-being of millions, it's not just a matter of free speech, it's a matter of potential market abuse. The fact that Musk has faced scrutiny from regulators in the past for his tweets about Tesla's stock price only underscores the potential for harm. The danger here is not just to individual investors who may get caught up in the hype and lose money. It's also a threat to the integrity of our financial markets. When markets become too easily swayed by the whims of a single individual, it undermines confidence in the system and can have ripple effects throughout the economy. Section 4. A whirlwind of chaos. One of the hallmarks of a stable and functioning democracy is predictability. Citizens need to have some degree of confidence that their leaders will act rationally, consistently, and in the best interests of the nation. Unfortunately, predictability is not a word that springs to mind when describing Elon Musk. His erratic behavior, impulsive decisions, and penchant for online feuds have left many wondering if he's more interested in courting controversy than in using his platform responsibly. There was the time he got into a very public spat with a British cave diver who criticized his offer to help rescue a trapped Thai soccer team, calling the diver a pedo guy, an accusation for which he was later sued and lost. Then there was the infamous tweet about taking Tesla private at $420 a share, a move that sent shockwaves through the market and ultimately led to a $20 million fine from the US Securities and Exchange Commission. These are just a few examples of Musk's erratic behavior, a pattern that has only intensified since his acquisition of X. He has fired employees on a whim, reinstated banned accounts without clear justification, and made sweeping changes to the platform's features and algorithms, often reversing course just days later. This chaotic approach has created an atmosphere of uncertainty and instability around X, making it difficult for users and advertisers alike to know what to expect. Section 5. Whispers in the corridors of power. Democracy thrives on a separation of powers, on a system of checks and balances designed to prevent any one individual or entity from accumulating too much influence. However, in an era of unprecedented wealth inequality and the growing influence of tech billionaires, this separation of powers is being tested like never before. Elon Musk, with his vast fortune and his close ties to powerful political figures, embodies this growing concern. Musk himself has become increasingly vocal about his political views, often using his Twitter account to espouse libertarian ideals, rail against government regulations, and express support for right-wing figures like Donald Trump. He has also donated generously to both Democratic and Republican political campaigns, raising concerns about his attempts to curry favor and influence policy decisions. While it's not unusual for wealthy individuals to engage in political lobbying, Musk's ownership of a major communication platform like X gives him an outsized ability to shape public opinion and influence the political landscape. His platform has become a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, disinformation campaigns, and partisan attacks, all of which threaten to undermine trust in democratic institutions and erode the fabric of civil society.